Hi, Ben here at Tamar Park, Hong Kong, and today I'm going to talk to you about straight arm strength. So more specifically than that, I'm going to talk about straight arm pushing strength. So as you probably know, without the use of the elbow, we can create a lot of strength in pulling. There's a link to another video about that below. But with straight arm pushing, we're going to see basically how much force we can create in all kinds of directions without bending the elbow. Now this is a relatively untapped area. A lot of people, they learn to create a lot of strength with the use of the elbow. But if you can really educate and get to know this part of the body, it creates a strength that kind of goes really deep into the shoulder and elbow and wrists. So I'm going to start by just talking a little bit about the anatomy and then show some basic exercises and then a few little progressions that you can follow to take it to the next level. So one thing that not everybody realizes about the shoulder joint is that it's actually a really complex joint in the way it's set up. So in the way the bones are arranged and also in the way that the muscles insert and are situated around the joint. So it's not a hinge, it's not something that acts like a lever or something that goes in straight lines. It requires motion in all directions. So in the context of straight arm strength training, this means that we want to be pushing in all kinds of different directions with the arm straight. And that's going to light up all of these muscles around the shoulder and also the ones that integrate with the shoulder. I'll see if I can put up a picture so you can see that. Okay, so one of the basic exercises for starting on your straight arm strength is a scapular push-up. So basically what it looks like is getting onto all fours. This is quite a simple and basic position to start with the short base, and we're just going to start to feel what it's like to really push into the ground and create some real strength as we push into the floor and push our body away from the floor. Okay, so I'm looking to push not just into a neutral position, but to really push into the floor like this. And when we do this, we can kind of feel the connection between our shoulder as it kind of ties into our abdominal muscles here. So there's a lot of stuff getting strengthened here. So that's the start position. And to make it more difficult, we can just lengthen that base so we can go a little bit further back with the knees. And again, we're going to just do these scapular push-ups. And eventually we'll be in a full push-up position here. So again, I'm really pushing hard into the floor. And I'm going to feel how my shoulder connects in with those abdominal muscles as well. So I keep the hips below the shoulders. Even though I'm pushing away as hard as I can, I'm not going to lift the hips higher than the shoulders. Okay, so scapular push-ups. Like with most things, I definitely recommend adding some different directions and some spine motion into this. So just here's a little bit of a progression from the basic scapular push-up. So you can see here that with this view from above, the motions of the spine and even moving the ribs from side to side, and you can do somewhat random motions as long as you're getting that feeling that you're really pushing into the ground and creating force with your hands into the ground, with the arms straight, and creating a really good lift with the body. By using one arm with the straight arm strength basics, we can really start to hit some of these different muscle groups. So I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so if we really want to ramp things up a bit here, we can start to work with the knees off the ground. So you'll really see with this one that when you lift the knees, the muscles really start to light up around the shoulder and the abdominals. Okay, so with this extra load, we can just start to explore really in the same way as we did with the knees on the ground. We can move in some different directions. Now we have a bit more freedom. And you can see here that the shoulders really do integrate with the rest of the body in terms of the way the muscles are set up. So we're really trying to train with that in mind. Another really good addition to building a straight arm strength is just general flow movements on the ground. So it adds a little bit of randomness, and you're thinking about what you're doing rather than trying to deliberately build straight arm strength. So you end up accumulating a lot of work, and therefore you adapt to that and become stronger. And finally, of course, this is kind of at the heart of what I really believe in, is including some kind of games or partner work for the same reason as the flow, but also having that extra interaction with another person and that variability and dealing with kind of unexpected stuff. So there you go. I hope you found this useful, and please leave any comments or suggestions below.